Hello, this is Emma. I hope you're doing well. I'm coming to you from an unusual location, I'm sure you can tell. I'm doing something really lovely and I wanted to share it with you. I'm in a hotel room. It's in the Abbey Hotel in Great Malvern, Worcestershire, England. You may remember that I took a course in sound therapy and sound healing and finished that in August. So now I'm a qualified sound healing practitioner. And every year the college that I am now a member of have a conference, and that conference lasts a whole weekend, and it's a weekend of workshops and yoga, singing, all kinds of stuff. It's just really nice. I was so looking forward to it because everybody who is attending this conference, and indeed anyone who takes part in this kind of course or does any kind of sound work, they're just such lovely people and really accepting and loving and kind. And so basically I'm in just a building full of kindness and love, and it's really nice. It's also a very beautiful building. So I took some footage outside the hotel for you to see and walked up and down the streets. It's a very historical area, so the buildings are absolutely beautiful and there's so much to look at. So I hope you enjoy seeing that. I'm going to pop the clips over the top where I can. So I had a couple of hours to myself this afternoon and walked around the town, had a look in the shops. There are tons of coffee shops, tea shops, market stalls and bookshops, and I found a couple of crystal shops and organic supermarket, and I also found a couple of vintage clothes shops, so I had a really nice time and I bought some stuff. I thought I'd show it to you. But first, I thought I'd go through a few of the things that are on the to-do list for this weekend and tell you what I've enjoyed so far. So, on the first evening, it was kind of an opening meeting with everyone in the room together, and I don't know the exact number, but I would guess it's around 200 people, so it was really cool being in a room with that many people. And we did some singing, which was really nice because I used to sing quite a lot in the choir at school, and I kind of missed being part of a big group and singing in harmony, and it's just so lovely. So and then in the morning there was yoga, and then there was a talk by James D'Angelo, and he did a session called The Yoga of Vocal Sound, and I really enjoyed that. It was really interesting. And then in the afternoon I experienced some yoga nidra, which was really cool. I didn't know anything about it, and there was just a sea of yoga mats, everyone laying down with a blanket, and we started off with some stretching, and then everyone laid down, and it was a guided relaxation session, but focusing on different parts of our body and becoming aware of each part as we go around the body, and describing sensations like, now feel your body light, and then feel your body heavy into the floor and even heavier, and then feel the cold, and then feel the warmth, and the whole time, obviously, with all of the mental imagery and the guided tour around your body, you become in a meditative state and you don't fall asleep. A few did, but I didn't. I concentrated, kept my mind awake and my body relaxed, and it was a really nice experience. And one thing I noticed was when our teacher started on our right foot and brought our awareness to different parts of our leg, as she moved up the leg, I was feeling a tingling sensation wherever I was becoming aware, and that was really interesting. It was not exactly the tingles that we know, but it was a tingly feeling. How do you explain feelings? I mean, we know all about that, don't we? But it's been really lovely anyway, and yes, I was excited to make a little video before I go to bed and tell you all about it. So behind me, see, you can see something which you might find interesting. Three Himalayan bowls. My sound teacher got them for me, and I've been waiting for them for so long. I'm so excited to have bowls of my own, and I've been playing them in our sessions and learning how to use them and learning how to use them on the body and in treatments. So now I have my own and I can practice on people and hopefully practice in videos. That's the idea. So I have a base bowl. In the middle is a heart bowl, and then this side is the crown bowl, which is the highest tone, and the smallest bowl, so the base is the largest, and then we move up from there, and they're just lovely. They're very young bowls, so I'm going to cherish them, work with them, keep them forever and nurture them. They can grow old with me. So I will get the larger bowl and show it to you closely, but I won't show the bowls too much in this video because you will be seeing them at a later time. this video, I'm going to show you my little bits of shopping. Okay, so let me just get the larger bowl, show that to you, and then we'll move on to the shopping. Okay, so here is the base bowl, the largest, and the base note is always a C. It's an 8-inch bowl. This one has a mottled finish. Some of them you may know have patterns on them. It sounds really beautiful, and my teacher and I, her name is June, she's lovely. She has lots of bowls, and we were picking out my bowls together, and she said, I'm sure I've got a few C's around, and we were looking around all the different C's and all the 8-inch C's, and I left it to her for a while, and she was looking and looking and looking, and then just out of nowhere I immediately looked to my right and saw this bowl, and because they all have the size and the note underneath, so she was checking underneath the bowls, and I looked and I saw this one in the corner, and it's the first one I saw, and I picked it up, and it was an 8-inch C, and I said, this is the one for me. I hadn't even heard it yet. I said, that's the one for me. It said hello to me, and he wants to come home with me. It's like a magnet. I knew it was mine. So there she is, the base bowl, and here's the mallet. It's quite a large mallet, with it being an 8-inch bowl. It's suede here, the wooden handle. I don't think it's real suede. And then they come with this little cushion that's on the bottom. Little cushion that the bowl sits on, and I chose the red one for the base and decided to keep it in its plastic for obvious reasons. On the top of it, it has a dragon pattern. I'm very fond of dragons. The heart bowl has a green cushion and the crown bowl has a purple one. So that's a little gentle introduction to some sounds that you'll be hearing sometime, okay? Not too often, but just for a little bit of fun every now and again. Some relaxing fun. So I'll pop that over there. Okay. Right. So I bought things in, let's move this microphone closer. Don't want to be too far away. I bought things in two shops. The first one was the organic supermarket I found, and the second shop was the crystal shop I found. This is the bag of stuff from the supermarket. So, let me see if I can do this in a elegant way. Probably not. ASMR way, I mean. Now you may hear a few background noises, but it's quite late, so not too many. I may even be able to edit them out, we'll see. Okay. You know I wouldn't go into one of these places without buying tea, right? Okay. So, I bought some yogi tea. This is the Throat Comfort, and it has licorice, fennel and thyme. It's organic, of course, from the organic shop. I've tried yogi tea a few times. I still don't have any at home. Well, I guess I do now. But my favourite is one with has quite a bit of licorice in it, so it's similar to this. I think it's the Detox. It's a red box anyway, but it's really nice. But winter's coming, isn't it? And throat comfort will be needed. Soothing, warming and protective. Licorice, fennel, cinnamon or orange peel, ginger, thyme, mullein. Maybe you might be able to explain that one to me. MULLEIN. Orange oil, citrus extract, cardamom, black pepper, cloves and turmeric root. Certified organic. Okay, so I'm finding the bag being next to me a bit strange. So I'm going to get everything out and pop it on the table just here. then I can have full use of my arms. Okay, this may be a long video. I bought a loaf of bread. This is sourdough 100%, and it's from Peter Cook's Bread. Made in Malvern, obviously. There are springs in Malvern, so they have their own water, which is really nice. It's in the middle of the hills, so every building you look at, more or less, just in the horizon behind it, there are great rolling hills with multicoloured fields and heather, trees. It's just beautiful. And today when I was walking around and filming, I looked up over some trees and buildings, and the hill went up high, and then a mist covered the top of it. Just the top tip. It was lovely. It just looked so peaceful and picturesque. Put that over here. Don't have a lot of space, and I'm not very well prepared either. I got 2 boxes of this. It's organic turmeric. I don't know if you have Instagram, but I think it was last week when I posted a picture of some turmeric, a turmeric latte that I made with coconut milk, and it was so delish. And so I've run out of turmeric now. These weren't very expensive, so I got 2 of them. I've not seen any organic turmeric near me, so I was glad to see it. I always buy organic if I can, wherever I can. Sometimes it's tough because of the cost, but I think what's important is that we just all do the best that we can do. I bought some more tea. Women's Energy Yogi tea with hibiscus, angelica root and ginger. And it also has licorice, peppermint, raspberry leaves, black pepper, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves, and that's it. Fruity, powerful, inspiring. Women have the ability to carry the whole world inside them. Is there anything more powerful? Women's strength is subtle and linked to natural beauty and intuition. Yogi Tea Women's Energy is an enthusiastic and deliciously lively tea thanks to fruity hibiscus, raspberry leaf and angelica root extract. The essence of this tea is feminine power. No being on this planet has the beauty, strength and power of a woman. I think we'd all be better off if we lived in matriarchal times like the ancient Egyptians did. The female energy was more prominent and respected in those times, and life was a lot more peaceful. There were still men with powerful positions, but they were revered because of their femininity, so the more feminine they became, or the more they appreciated or grew their feminine side, the more revered they were, which is interesting. I saw a documentary called The Pyramid Code not very long ago, and it's definitely a recommendation of mine for you to watch that if you can. It's on Netflix. One thing with these boxes as well, the barcode is really cute. There's the main part of the barcode, and then on the top there's someone meditating above the barcode. So the last thing I bought from this shop was this. Sprouted wheat bread. I look like I'm doing an advert right now. Sprouted wheat bread. And this has hemp, no added yeast, fat, egg or dairy products, but it's better for you because it's sprouted. And when things sprout, they have their optimum nutritional value. I used to eat this quite a lot because they used to sell it in Holland and Barrett, and it's really tasty. I love it, but for some reason I couldn't get it in mine anymore. I should ask them about it really, because I miss it, but this one will keep me going for a while. Our wholesome breads are made by sprouting grains of carefully selected wheat to give a more digestible, highly nutritious loaf with a naturally sweet taste. Slice and lightly toast and spread with butter or a topping of your choice. I would probably toast it lightly and have some almond butter on it. I'll have to go slow with that. I've been eating so much lately because the weather's getting colder and I just want to hibernate, so I like to stay in and eat. I have to control myself. So, from the crystal shop, everything I got was packed in a paper bag. Got this thing here. Some gorgeous, beautiful amethyst. Look at the shade of the purple and the lilac. It's beautiful. Amethyst is one of my absolute favourites. I'm always drawn to it. I think originally it was because of the colour, but now I just love it for it and what it does. How beautiful it is. I'd love one day to have one of those big towers, and they're so expensive. But that's pretty, and that will go with my collection above my desk. I have lots and lots of crystals now. I actually learned a crystal healing treatment after the sound. All the sound lessons were finished. We learned this crystal healing treatment and we picked out crystals and lay them down the body. Forehead, throat, and further down, and then some around the pillow, around the crown. And then we had a large quartz crystal at the point, and if you tone with using your voice different sounds, and the quartz crystal is said to amplify those sounds. You can send lovely sound waves all over the body and walk around the body, and you're singing to someone. But singing notes, frequencies that are needed for that time. Stay with me. I know this sounds strange to those who've never heard of anything like this before, but it's so lovely. And when I've had it done to me and I'm on the bed, the crystals just kind of sink in to your body and you can't feel them anymore. They just become part of you. We're all part of the earth, we're all part of everything, we're all connected, and you just feel a real connection with these minerals, and it's really lovely. And the sound as well, it's just so calming, and afterwards, if you haven't fallen asleep, you just feel so refreshed and calm and happy. It's really lovely and balanced. That's the most important thing. It's very balancing, and the world could do with a lot more of that, I think. If I could put the world on a bed and give it that treatment, I definitely would. Should I say not the actual world, but the people in it? I think the actual world would break the bed. And if I had all of the people that were in the world on the bed would break also, so they'd have to be one by one. And I don't think I'd live that long to treat everybody. Just to clarify. So, look at this little beautiful pouch, pink pouch. This is a little pendant of rose quartz, and it said if you wear your crystal, whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is you need or you like, whatever, you choose your crystal and you wear it around your neck. And quartz is said to amplify your words, and the point on the end is where it comes from. It sends it out like a signal. And if you believe in those things, then that's lovely. If you don't, it's just beautiful, and it's lovely to be connected with all of the earth and to see the wonders in beautiful objects from the earth like this. And rose quartz is connected to the heart. There's someone shouting outside. Shall I tell them to be quiet? The last little thing I got was this that caught my eye. It's the Dalai Lama's book of love and compassion. It just jumped out at me from the shelf. I thought it was really sweet, And of course he looks lovely on the front, smiling and happy. And I quite enjoy little books with little snippets of wisdom. Words of inspiration from one of the world's most beloved spiritual leaders. His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the exiled spiritual leader of the Tibetan people, offers simple, practical advice on how we can bring more love and compassion into our lives. Within his down-to-earth approach, he shows us how to truly accept others and how we can transform disturbing emotions such as anger into love, joy and peace of mind. One thing I know from learning about all different schools of thought and ways of living, lots of different spiritual paths and religions, there's a grain of truth in all of them, and you have to be open-minded and you can learn something from everywhere. So it's not necessary to be Buddhist to learn something from a book like this. I think it's just necessary to be open-minded and accepting. I had a little flick through, just a quick one, and had 2 paragraphs stood out for me, and I thought I'd read them to you. I do not think that selfishness is wrong. Loving oneself is crucial. If we do not love ourselves, how can we love others? Do you think that's where RuPaul got it? Or did he get it from RuPaul? It seems that when some people talk of compassion, they have the notion that it entails a total disregard for one's own interests, a sacrifice of one's interests. This is not the case. In fact, genuine love should first be directed at oneself. So there we go. And then this is a question and answer section where somebody has asked him this question, and his answer is below. Is it possible for an ordinary person to transform his or her fear and despair? How can we do this? Oh yes, it is very possible. For example, when I was young, I was afraid of dark rooms. As time went by, the fear went. Also, with regard to meeting people, the more your mind is closed, the greater the possibility of developing fear or feeling uncomfortable. The more open you are, the less uncomfortable you will feel. That is my experience. If I meet anyone, whether a great man, a beggar, or just an ordinary person, to me, there is no difference. The most important thing is to smile and to show a genuine human face. different religions, different cultures, different languages, different races. These are not important. Educated or uneducated, rich or poor, there is no difference. When I open my heart and open my mind, I consider people just like old friends. This is very useful. On the basis of that kind of attitude, if the situation is something different, then I have the freedom to act according to the circumstances. But at the beginning, from my side, I must create the ground. Then often there is a positive response from someone walking past my door. Then often there is a positive response from the human level. So I think fear is just one thing to clear away. The Dalai Lama's Book of Love and Compassion. Okay, and that's it. That's everything I got. I hope that this video is mostly in focus. I'm sorry if it's not, with all the moving around. Sometimes in low light the camera doesn't catch up, so fingers crossed. If not, then maybe just use the sound for the video. So I hope you enjoyed joining me on my little adventure, and I was happy to show you my bowls I've been saving up for. They're very beautiful. Those are my Christmas present. And I hope there'll be a little present for you sometime. I know some of you enjoy the sounds of bowls, so that'll be some fun, and I'll really enjoy that. You take care, and one thing before you go quickly, we've got a few seconds to go. Tomorrow morning I'm going to a gong bath, and I can't wait. I'm so excited to be part of a gong bath. They are amazing. If you see a gong bath happening in your area, then go, okay? Camera's nearly finishing. You take care, and I shall see you again very, 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 very soon. Okay, sweet